Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's lecture, we are going to discuss about the influence line diagram for this continuous beam, in which we will draw the influence line diagram for all the support reactions, okay, and we'll also draw the influence line diagram for the internal reactions, okay, at point P. Okay, so basically this is the influence line this is the continuous beam which is given. The span of this continuous beam is this span is basically 10 meter and this span is basically 4 meter. Okay, now let us see what is the static indeterminacy of this continuous beam, whether it is statically determinate or indeterminate. Okay, so static indeterminacy of this beam is at A will have only one reaction, at B only one reaction, at C only one reaction. Okay, so total reactions are 3 and equilibrium equations are basically 2, that is summation f0 and summation mz0. Okay, so 3 minus 2, which is equals to 1. Okay, so this beam is statically indeterminate to 1 degree, right? So by using the concept of equilibrium equations, we cannot identify this identify the quantitative influence line diagram for this continuous beam. Okay, we need to have some condition over here, right? So as we have already discussed how to approach these type of problems. Okay, so what we'll do over here is that we will remove this vertical support at B, and we are removing this vertical support at B, and I'm just applying a load at point B like this. Okay, and this is the A support and this is the C support, right? So what I did over here is that I removed this B support and I just applied a VB load over here. Okay, why? Because here I'm using the concept of Mueller's-Breslau principle. Okay, so when this beam is deflected by this load, it will deflect like this. Okay, it will deflect like this. Okay, now what I'm doing over here is that I'm taking this deflection as a unity. Okay, so this deflection is basically a unit vertical deflection. Okay, and when this is the unit vertical deflection, these ordinates of this elastic curve will represent the influence line diagram for this VB. Okay, the ordinate of this elastic curve will be equal to the ordinate of ILD for VB. So what I did over here is that I release this support, I remove this support at B and applying a load W, which is VB load. Okay, and due to this load, this beam, which is simply supported now, will deflect in this upward direction. Okay, and when this deflection is unity, so it will basically represent the ILD for this VB. Okay, this thing we have already discussed in Mueller's-Breslau principle, right? So now basically what we'll do over here is that we will somehow calculate this, what is the deflection curve for this, what will be the equation for this deflection curve. Okay, because we need to find the influence line diagram. So for that we should know what will be the equation of this deflection curve, right? Because this deflection curve is representing, when at this point the deflection is unit, this deflection curve is representing basically the ILD for this VB reaction. Okay, so the important thing is in this problem is to find what is the equation for this deflection curve. Okay, to find this equation for finding this equation for this deflection curve, I'm using the concept of conjugate beam method over here. Okay, so you need to have some little bit idea about the conjugate beam method. Okay, so now let us draw this beam like this. Okay, and at this point we are applying a VB load. Okay, By application of this VB load, this beam will deflect like this. Okay, this beam will deflect like this. Now in conjugate beam method, what we need to find? Well, first we need to calculate what will be the moment, what is the bending moment diagram, and that bending moment diagram is divided by what you can say that is bending stiffness, and that will give us the curvature loading, right? So EI is constant for this beam. So when we need to find the bending moment diagram of this for this loading of the beam. Okay, loading is what here we are assuming that this VB is basically the external load, right? So if this distance is 10 meter and this distance is 4 meter, this at this A support, the load will, the reaction will be in downward direction, and the value is nothing but 4 upon 14 VB, right? This is simple. This you can calculate by taking moment about A or B. Okay, I won't discuss this thing over here, right? Now at this support, the vertical reaction will be in downward direction, and the value will be, and this value will be nothing but 10 divided by 14 into VB. Okay. Now we have find these the vertical reactions at the support, and now we'll draw the what will be the bending moment diagram. Okay. So bending, if we want to draw the bending moment diagram, due to this load, due to this 10 by 4 due to this reaction at this support, the moment at a distance x will be nothing but 10 by 14 VB into x. If I take this at a distance this x, okay. So the variation is basically a linear variation, okay, and this will be below the neutral axis because this types of moment we are considering positive. Okay, so here the moment is basically what? Clockwise. So clockwise moment from here is basically negative, right? So this is basically negative, and this value at this point is nothing but this value is 40 over 14 into VB, okay, into we have already multiplied 10 into 4 into 40, right? And similarly from this point the moment diagram will look like this. Okay, now you can see that this bending moment diagram is negative. Okay, if EI is constant, I can say that I can to find the curvature loading, I need to divide this term by EI. Okay, now this is basically a curvature diagram, or you can say that the curvature loading for this conjugate curvature loading for this beam, this C. Okay, and the support condition will remain same at the end. This support will be again the simply supported. Okay, this support will also remain same in conjugate beam method. Okay, so what about the direction of the loading basically? So if you want to calculate the direction of loading, I'm taking this upward direction is positive y. Okay, so if upward direction is positive, so this and this downward is negative. So here this M over EI diagram is basically negative. So I'll draw the loading in downward direction. Okay, and this support will remain same in same as it is. The support will remain the same, okay, in conjugate beam method, right? In this support will be same. If there is fixed support over here, then that will change into free end. Okay, so now this is basically the conjugate beam. This is basically our conjugate beam. Okay, now we need to find what you can say that moment at a distance x. Okay, and that moment will be the deflection curve in actual beam, and the actual beam is here only. This is our actual beam. Okay, so at first what we need to do, this is our curvature loading. So we need to find what are the reaction generated at this support A and C in conjugate beam. Okay, so we already know that we are, by looking at this loading, we can say that the reaction at this support A will be in upward direction. At this point also it will be in upward direction. Okay, now let us calculate the moment about point C. Okay, we'll taking moment equilibrium about point C. Okay, if we are taking the moment equilibrium at point C, I can write, due to this loading, the moment at this C will be nothing but anti-clockwise. So I can write half into 40 by 14 VB over EI into total load will be what area of this this curve basically. Okay, so half 40 into VB into this distance is 4 meter. 4 into what will the resultant of this load will act at this point. Okay, so this will be at a 2 by 3 distance of 4 meter. Okay, then again plus, due to this loading also will have anti-clockwise movement, so the value again will be half into 40 over 40 VB 40 over 14 VB EI into this distance is basically 10, and it will be acting at some centroid which will be 10 by 3 plus 4 meter. Okay, I'm not explaining where the load will obviously act at the centroid. Okay, so this is nothing but this is 10 by 3 and plus 4. Okay, because we are taking the moment about C, and this should be equals to RA into 14. Okay, this thing should be clear. Now I can say, I need to calculate this this RA reaction, so I can write VB over, I'm taking VB over EI outside, so I can write this thing 40 into 4 into 2 into 4 divided by 2 into 14 into 3. So this thing is becoming 15 over 2 by 3, 15.23. Okay, this expression plus this value is and this value is 104.76. Okay, and this is nothing but equals to RA into 14. Okay, if I take 14 at this side, so the value becomes 8.5708. Okay, so this is the value which we are getting, this is the value of RA. Okay, so this reaction is basically the RA. Okay, so and what is the now we need to find what is RC. So RC I can write total load minus of RA equals to RC. So what will be the total load? Total load will be this area of this this whole complete thing. So area will be half into 40 over 14 into 14. Okay, so the area will be into VB over EI. So it is nothing but 20 VB over EI, which is equal to the total load. Okay, so 20 VB over EI minus of 8.5708 over EI into VB equals to RC. Okay, so if I minus this thing, the value comes out to be 11.429 over EI into VB, and which is equals to RC, right? So we are getting this value at this point. The value, the reactions are 8.7 EI into VB, and at this point the reaction is 11.429 into VB over EI. Okay, so this thing should be clear. This thing we calculated using the concept of what you can say moment equilibrium. Now we will write the equation for the moment, and that equation will be the equation for the deflection of this elastic curve. So now at a distance of, let us suppose at a distance of x, what will be the moment? Okay, because that moment will be the deflection for this beam. Okay, so we already know the reaction at A. So if we want to write what will be the moment at point at a distance x, so if we draw the free body diagram, it will look like this. Okay, let us suppose this is the direction of the shear force and there is some moment mx. Okay, so due to this reaction Ra, the moment will be 8.7508 into Vb over Ei into x. This thing I can write. Okay, and minus of this at a distance x, this moment is clockwise. Due to this loading, the curvature loading, the moment is negative. So I can write, first I need to use the concept of the similar triangles. I need to find this ordinate, right? So this ordinate I can find 40 by 14 over 10 equals to y dash over my x. So this value is nothing but 4x over my 14 is equals to y dash. So this value is 4x over my 14 into Vb over my Ei, right? So I can write this this moment half into x into 4 by 14 x into Vb over my Ei, Vb over my Ei into 2 by 3 into x by 3. Okay, and that moment will be equals to mx, right? Half into x into this ordinate into this is acting will be acted as at a centroid which is at a distance x by 3 from this point. Okay, so what I can do over here is that I can take Vb over my Ei common outside the bracket, right? So I can write 8.5708 x minus of this value is 4 divided by 14 divided by 6. So this value is 0.0476 x cube equals to mx. Okay, or you can say that this is deflection in actual beam. By actual beam I mean this beam. Okay, not this beam. Okay, so we know that at this point we are using the condition that the deflection is basically a unit deflection. Okay, so this deflection, if I take at a distance x equals to 10, this deflection is basically a unit deflection. Okay, so if I take this equation Vb over Ei 8.5708 into 10 minus 0.0476 into 10 cube equals to this unit deflection, and if I solve this thing, so the value comes out to be Vb over Ei into 38.108. Okay, and this value should be and this is equals to unity, right? So the value of the Vb which we are getting Ei over my 38.108. Okay, so this is the value of Vb which we are getting over here. Okay, now what I will do over here is that I'll put this Vb value in this equation. I will put this Vb value in this equation and I will find this what is the equation for this deflection curve. Okay, because at this point this Vb we are taking some external load. Okay, and we need to find this value of this Vb, right? So if I put this value of Vb in this equation, so the equation will become 8.5708 divided by 38.108. So the value is 0.225 x minus of 0.0476 divided by 38.108. So the value is 0.00125 x cube equals to yb, or you can say that ib. Okay, so this is basically the equation for this deflection curve, right? So if you want to find that if somebody asks you what is the equation of this deflection curve, so the equation for this deflection curve is basically this equation. Okay, so I'll write this thing over here. So this equation of this deflection curve is basically 0.225x minus of 0.00125 x cube. Okay, so this is the equation of this deflection curve. Right, and this equation of this deflection curve is basically valid up to this portion only. Okay, if it's valid only up to this portion. Okay, because if I take the distance x after this point, this hole will be act as a point load. Okay, and the calculation will be little bit tough. Okay, because here I need to consider some kind of a trapezium. So for this portion, what I'm doing over here is that I'm taking x from this side. Okay, for this finding the equation of this portion, I'm taking x from this side. I can take x from this side also, but my equation will be changed and it will be more tough. So I'm taking x from this side because I will deal only here with only triangles, not any trapezoid. Okay, so now the situation looks like this. This is this C support at this C. Okay, the reactions are 11.429 VB over my EI. Okay, and here this is curvature loading, and here there will be some moment mx at a distance of x. Okay, so due to this loading, the moment at a distance x, due to this load, the moment at a distance x is nothing but VB over EI into my x, right? And the direction is basically anti-clockwise. So if I take minus over here, due to this due to this curvature loading, the load will be again at a distance of x. This value will be at a distance, let us suppose at a distance of an x, this value will again be equal to this 4x by 14. Okay, so if you use the similar triangle, you will no, this value won't be 4x by 14. This value will be 40 by 14, because this is distance is 40 by 14 VB over EI into 4 equals to y dash over my x. So this value is basically 10 by 14 VB x over my EI. So this ordinate is the value of this ordinate is this. So guys, we have calculated this ordinate at this location, and this value of this ordinate is basically 10 by 14 VB x over my EI equals to y dash. Okay, so now I need to calculate the moment at a distance of x. Okay, so the condition will look like this. It's looking like this. Okay, where the curvature loading is in downward direction. At this point, we are having some RC reaction, and this section will have some moment mx and one shear force, right? So if I want to calculate what will be the mx value, so this ordinate is basically 10 by 14 VB x over my EI, which is okay. So I need to calculate the first, due to this RC, the moment at a distance of an x will be 11.429 into VB over my EI into x. Okay, let us assume this direction as positive, right? So this this direction will be clockwise direction will be negative, so this value will be half into 10 by 14 into VB x over may EI into x, and this will act at a centroid, and the value will be x by 3. Okay, so this value, this is nothing but equals to mx. Okay, and if I calculate this expression, 10 divided by 2 into 14 into 3. So this value comes out to be 11.429 x over may x, if I take VB over EI outside, minus of. So guys, if I calculate this expression, the value comes out to be 10 divided by 3 into 2 into 14. Okay, so this value comes out to be 0.1190 x cube. Okay, and which this is equals to mx, right? So we already know that the value of VB is EI over 38.108, and we'll use this value over here because both the values will be same. 429 divided by 38.108. So this is 0.3 x minus of 0.1190 divided by 38.108. So this value comes out to be 3 point, or you can say that 0.003123 x cube. Okay, this is equals to mx, or you can say that this y deflection for this portion. Okay, and this will be the ILD for VB for this portion, right? So here we are getting two equation over here, one this equation, okay, and one equation is this 0.3x minus of 0.003123 x cube. Okay, so guys, with the help of these two deflection equation, we'll draw the ILDs for this support reaction and this internal reaction. Okay, that thing we'll see later. Okay, so guys, thank you very much. We'll continue this problem in the next lecture.